Everybody has that one person that they know that is considered to be lucky, or as my friend Lindsay would call it, being one of God's favorites. But honestly, what even is luck? So I decided to look into what the internet had to say about it. In this case, I found out that luck was defined by the Google search bar as, quote, success or failure apparently brought by chance rather than through one's own actions. Then it dawned on me. Throughout my life, I've had a pretty high number of randomly lucky things that happen to take place, so I'm just going to touch on some of the more noteworthy ones that could be considered lucky. Back when I was 10, my teeth were messed up, and I was forced to get braces. I know, awful start. I didn't exactly win the genetics lottery on that one. The braces company was having a member appreciation night, where every summer they rented out a local movie theater and put on a kids' film for the whole family to go. When we walked in, they gave 5 tickets to each kid to run around and drop some of them in paper lunch bags with prizes behind them. Some people had this method where they would throw all theirs into one bag, whereas I did the opposite and threw one into 5 different bags to make it more exciting when they called out the numbers. After the movie was over, they started announcing winners, and my dad helped me with watching some of the tickets because, mind you, I was like 10. Eventually, they get around to announcing the number for the 27-inch TV, and mind you, I didn't have the winning ticket in my hand, so I'm like, oh, disappointing, yeah, but kind of expected. Cause dude, there was like 300 people packed into this super old theater. Until my dad elbows me and goes, Sky, you won. And at first I didn't quite understand him, so he said it louder, and then I just screamed, I won! And then they pulled me up on stage, they gave me a TV, and they took my picture with all the other winners. And at that point, it was probably the most exciting day of my entire life up until that point. Here's another one. 3 summers ago, I started working at this local barcade in town. It was my very first shift, and I had not only just learned how to do the serving position, but was also learning how to close up the place. Part of the teardown process included wiping down tables, putting dishes away, sweeping the floors, you know, the works. And I was eventually tasked with putting the bar stools up, and so I did it. But while I was doing so, out of the corner of my eye, I see something on the ground. I look down, and there is a $50 bill just sitting there, aimlessly. So I pick it up and oh my gosh, this is like $150. So of course I do the right thing and I go to hand it to my boss and he says, well, if nobody comes up to claim it before the end of tonight, it's yours. And I'm kind of just looking at him because I'd personally be upset if I lost even just $20 and I'd definitely go looking for it. So I kind of just brush it off and finish up the rest of the closing list, and we shut the doors for the night. And sure as shit, nobody came and got it. So hey, free gains. Then the same first week I was working, I'm doing the usual, marking off my tasks, dotting my I's and crossing my T's, if you will. I go downstairs to make sure all the beer glasses were bussed off the machines, and I see this mysterious liquor bag. This doesn't belong here, so I grab it and, what the hell? This is heavy. I take a peek in the pouch, and there's like $30 of quarters just sitting here. Same thing. Talk to the boss. He looks at me and goes, it's yours, man. Like, what a G! Okay, this last one was from 2 summers ago where I was working at Target in the electronics section. This one day in particular, this woman comes in asking for me to troubleshoot her phone. Up until this point, I did have a little bit of an ego when it came to fixing old people's phones, but for whatever reason, this one stumped me. I kind of felt like I was trying to disarm a bomb because I was working with her on and off for 45 minutes trying to figure out what it was. And mind you, I'm searching through Reddit, Google, Yahoo Answers, like everything. I can't even really remember what the problem was other than, bruh, I need to get my coworker for this one. I was pretty lucky because he went to a STEM school for college and definitely had the credentials to do more than work for Target, but he comes over and it takes him over 20 minutes to fix it. He was finally able to figure it out eventually, but when he was done, he calls me over because the customer wanted to talk to me. She basically says, thank you so much for helping me. I appreciate your willingness to work with me, and I was hoping to hook you up with some concert tickets to say thanks. And in my mind, this translated to, I can get you concert tickets, but you have to pay for them kind of deal. So I politely declined, but then she insisted me and my coworker both write down our email addresses for her. So I do it. What's the big deal? She then thanks us and leaves, and my coworker goes, do you know who that was? Like, dude, no, I have no freaking clue. And he goes, that's blank, the wife to the owner of fill in the blank massive concert venue. And I seriously don't believe him because this lady was rocking an S8 in 2021. But 1 week passes, and I receive an email from the wife by name with an attached document, and I open it up. And get this, it was an all-inclusive, extended VIP pass to every single concert during the 10-day span, free overnight stays at the campground on site, and a whole bunch of other stuff. In total, it was a $360 ticket. And yeah, so basically in summary, doing your job pays off. But yeah, that's about all for this one. We'll see you next time.